player skills. Like, I cannot. I don't know why these guys just couldn't stay off of our screens and stayed on those dating apps instead. Like, what the hell? So at least they could have made room for people who really wanted to find romance, lasting love through the show. I'm just saying. Okay, I digress. Whatever. That's just my opinion. You don't have to agree. But before we get to the great news, let's get to the bad news. Because, you want to get the bad news out of the way. I'm just saying. Yes, 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 yes. We are still about the love triangle that is AD, Matthew, and Clay. So basically, the tone of the show would be the three of them in some capacity or another. I'm getting that feel. Okay, it's not a spoiler alert. It's just that's what I'm getting. Anyway, AD is torn between Clay. Hello, darlings, waving at you. Undercover how? Uh, Hopefully this won't take too long, a few minutes, but this is episode 6 of Love is Blind, season 6. I am calling this one Uncomfy X Jealousy X Desperation. Yes. So we'll start off with Amy and Johnny. They are still at the resort in Punta Cana at the Dominican Republic. Johnny and Amy obviously are too cute. Hello. There. Were we expecting anything less? They're still loved up and still totally into each other, and I love it. And did we actually expect more? I think I did. But they are so adorbs. They're so adorbs, those two. And it's the morning after their first honeymoon night together, and the couples are still in their excited, phase for each other mode. Well, we already know some gotta fake it to make it. But hey, I digress. As for Laura and Jeremy, she really does seem like she's starting to show her domineering side. Like she's the head mistress at a boarding school, and Jeremy is the only student. That's how she comes off to me as. She's like, she starts to hand out her list of things for him to improve upon. And I hope she tempers that because Jeremy seems easygoing enough, but everybody has a ceiling, right? So we see AD and Clay at the bar together, and the subject of physical attributes come up. Clay is under the impression that women aren't all that different from men. Like, sir, hello? As far as physique is concerned, again, sir, hello? You cannot be this dense. Like, who raised you? It gives me a headache. He really does. And you know what? More power to AD because AD, you have the patience of a saint for that child. I was hoping by now AD would begin to realize that she is the prize, but she keeps missing the mark. Girl, wake up. But still, I'm glad that she's sharing most of her past trauma with male relationships, particularly with her father, to Clay, who, for a really quick second, sounded like he was starting to show us the mature Clay, then started to geek out over the ring he gave AD. And sir, come on now. Just never mind that. And moving right on along, not missing a beat, we have the green-headed monster that is Megan, not the fox, aka Chelsea and Jimmy, her fiance. Chelsea's insecure about a lot of things. She's insecure about wearing a bikini at the beach with Jimmy. She's insecure about his love for her. She's insecure that her joke about AD having a Coca-Cola body only caused her fiance Jimmy to seek out AD to apologize to her and converse with her about her experience thus far with Clay. Yes, we are running through this scenario because it's long and Chelsea is insecure about the damn air. It's like, girl, holy hell. Like, that soiree was for all the couples to finally meet and hang out, get to know each other, share their love or irks about each other, or like their partners. And, well, everybody was having fun except Chelsea. Had to go and choose to go all in the negative pool and wallow in her insecurity. Like, girl, we get it. You're trying to gas up Jimmy's how should I put it? How do you remember? I mean, according to you. But we, the viewers, didn't peep an ugly head poking, or an outline, or a shadow under those basketball shorts he was wearing. I'm just saying, girl. And maybe if she hadn't been so sneaky and Loki tried to snag him in her net by dropping that celebrity's name, she would be enjoying herself with Trevor instead. For real. But hey, here we are now. So let's continue to enjoy this uncomfortable ride between these two, okay? I also have to mention that it was beyond rude for Laura to mention her fiance Jeremy to bean dip AD. Hello. Joke or no joke. Grown ass woman to grown ass woman. What the hell do you mean? AD is not a toy. She's not an emotional support animal. She's a whole person, and the optics of this is just wrong. I don't need to overstate the obvious. AD is the only black woman on the show. She's hot, she's well liked, and she's a threat to everyone there if she really wanted to be. She probably could take your men, all of them. There's just no room for a joke like that to even escape Laura's lips when she's not that close to AD. Like, let's be honest. Y'all have barely just met. You may be close due to the experiment, but you're not that close. Do you hear what I'm saying? As for AD, I had to also add that I didn't feel she firmly stood her ground. Like, she should have ensured that Laura understood her feelings and solicited an apology from Laura. Seriously, like, I know that Laura was trying to like hide behind, I don't know what, this proverbial bush, so she didn't have to. She just kept saying, like, it was a joke. It didn't have to be taken as outside of like her and her fiance talking about it. Girl, no. You're expecting somebody to feel a certain type of way about your joke, and it may have really been a joke and funny to you, but the person who is the subject of the joke is letting you know that they're like, feeling a type of way about it, maybe even like going as far as telling you they're offended. Immediately that should have been like an apology train. But now Laura's like sticking to her guns, like she did nothing wrong. And it's like, is this how you operate in real life? Seriously. I mean, you almost make me feel like those Karens, that you see in TikTok, or you see on YouTube, all these crazy videos, or the people that wild out while on a plane, and the plane is airborne. I'm just saying. Yeah. But again, I felt like AD should have, and she really should have explained to Laura why she felt that was offensive. Because, people are not always going to understand when they're not in your shoes. So it's not completely that AD is at fault here for not, standing her ground. But I felt like if there was any other time to express to people that, there are boundaries you shouldn't cross, this was one of those times. I'm just saying. I mean, what are the rules here on Love is Blind regarding unsolicited physical touching? Between all the contestants. I am so confused. Like, when AD said that Laura had slapped her boobs in the women's lounge, like Laura had already bean dipped her previously. I mean, I thought, sayonara in her head. But I still have to for AD because she seemed to hesitate intentionally again. And that's me trying to be political worked about my unwillingness to accept people's bad behavior. And really does come off.
Oh
as
my.
that.
I mean, it irritates me when anybody touches my hair without permission.
Not for Matthew, not for Clay.
And when it
feel
does
like she should get a
happen,
chance to
I let
really
him have the business. But someone slapping your boobs, AD.
in the show. But you know,
Um,
tell her.
I would not think it's a joke. No, AD, no. We're not that close. I mean, that's what I would be thinking. Like, no, ma'am, no fucking way,
We're only
no,
on
ma'am.
season 2, I feel. She's going to
AD, you have a lot of grace for these folks. I will give you that. You really do. Really, you do.
I'm getting
Whew.
from AD is like
Girl.
see her interactions with the major red flags,
Yeah.
right? Because
So we're back to Chelsea and Jimmy back in their honeymoon suite, where Chelsea really needed for her hurt feelings validated.
other red flags.
She was a 5-year-old in this scenario. She was having a tantrum and needed to be petted or cooed.
Physical
If I was Jimmy, I would have told her in that moment that you fucking lied to me about looking like a celebrity, and this insecurity includes that lie and all the other insecure reasons you keep dragging around with you.
Matthew and his recycling
But he didn't say that. You guys, of course he didn't say that. Hello?
It's like
He has to like milk this screen time. Hello? Okay, I'm just saying, that's just me being snarky. He apologized a few times to Chelsea though, but Chelsea still wasn't having it. No, she was not. She wanted to bitch and moan about being neglected and wanted a robot who would just sit beside her, pet her, and be silent.
but again,
The entire time she's losing her mind over this perceived abandonment from Jimmy. Like, if Chelsea thought that doing that was cute,
Kenneth and
hell no, girl.
we both share some
You need better friends, or a huge mirror,
both parents
and a therapist too. Don't forget that. And darlings, I will leave it here because Chelsea's meltdown damn near made me reach for that pint of ice cream when it's already bedtime for good old Auntie Sarsci. And again, darlings, thank you so much for
the community
listening to my review
that they
and my snark, as you know.
grown into
I thank you again for the love.
humans
Please like,
as they are now. You know,
subscribe, and leave a comment
and everyone
in the section below. And
we're here.
remember to continue to be fabulous little you. And I know it's hard, and I know I was like
Especially at such a young age when
giving AD a hard time about this, but try
it
to give people grace. But
that
don't forget not to forget that you should not be compromising your non-negotiables just because you want to leave people grace. And also, don't forget
put on your big
to journey in gratitude. Darlings, I shall see you on the next go round.
keep trudging along.
I
Kudos
bid you
to
all
everyone again
a
and
good
the
night.
community around
Toodaloo.
growing up.
Bye.